Okay, welcome to the Polaris Trading Group's PTG University video charting tip. And I've received a few inquiries from our members regarding how to overlay multiple indicators from various charts onto a singular chart. And in the Sierra Chart platform, this is called the Sierra Chart Study Price Overlay. So what I want to do in this particular video tip is to demonstrate how to use this particular study price overlay as it relates to the ATR stops. So let's go to the charts, and I'll step everybody through the format of it. Now, if you take a look here on the right hand side, you'll see the 750 tick S&P E-mini. And you'll notice that there are two ATR lines. There's the blue line, and there's this, I don't know, kind of a salmon magenta line here. And you can see the labeling ATR Bull 1500, ATR Bull 4500. Okay, but now these are overlaid on a 750 tick chart. So in order to get that onto our 750 tick chart, we need to use this price study overlay. But before we can do that, what we need to do is we need to make sure that the study that we want overlaid on the 750 chart is already overlaid onto the base chart. So in other words, the 4500 bull ATR line needs to be on a base chart or a broadcast chart. And so you can see here the 4500 tick size. And then there's the ATR. Now, essentially, what you would do is you would normally create a 4500 tick chart or even a 1500 tick chart, and you would just simply put in the ATR indicator as you normally would on that singular chart. Now, we have these charts here, the 4500 and the 1500, already downloaded into the members area of the PTG website. Alright, so you'll be able to go in there and pull those off and then upload them into your data file. Okay, so again, on the 4500 you would create an ATR line specifically for the 4500, and you'd need, if you wanted to pull in a 1500 ATR line, you'd need to create a 1500 chart with its associated ATR line. So once that is done, okay, it's really an easy way of importing or overlaying those ATR lines, okay, onto the 750 tick chart. So that way, you know, instead of looking at three different charts here, okay, and this is not a bad view to look at them, but you know, it's not necessary to look at a 4500 every moment. You know, many of you are focused on the execution charts, but what would the information that we would like to receive, and again that would be the receiving chart, would be the information, for instance, this ATR on the 1500 and the ATR based upon the 4500. Okay, now the ATR that's based upon the 750 tick chart will be unique to the 750. So you would just simply go in here and create a ATR, okay, which I already have done here. So I'll just unhide it for the 750 tick itself. So you'll see this white line here is the 750 ATR line, right, based upon the 750 tick chart. The blue line here is based upon the 1500, and this salmon color line is based upon the ATR on the 4500. So with this price study overlay, what we want to do is pull in the ATR lines from these other two charts. So again, you need to have these charts within your platform in order to pull them over. So assuming we have those charts uploaded into your platform, it's real easy to pull in the ATR lines from that. So let me just demonstrate how to pull in the 1500 to begin with here. So what you want to do is you want to go into right click, you want to go into studies. Okay, and we'll bring the study window here. Okay, so once we have the studies windows open on the left hand side, now this is not a custom study, this is just a base study from Sierra Chart. So you want to scroll down until you highlight study price overlay. Okay, and then once you've done that, click on add. It'll import it over to the studies to graph section. Okay, now once we've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the settings button here, and you're going to open it up. Now since I've already have it open, okay, what I'm going to do is go over to it. So you'll see here already, since I already have it, the 1500 tick trades, number 27. Now that number is important. So if each chart is identified by a specific number, so you can see the 1500 tick chart over here on the left hand side, it's number 27, and then the 4500 tick chart is number 16. Okay, so that's going to be important when we import this stuff. So once you've gotten that price study overlay into the studies graph, you'll click on settings to create a new one. And then since I already have this done, what we'll do is I'll click into the settings here already, and I'll show you how to import that those charts and the study. Okay, so the fields that you really need to be concerned with primarily are study to overlay. Okay, so you're going to highlight that line, and then down below you're going to say study to overlay. So what you need to do here is you need to find the chart. Okay, and within your platform, so you just click on the down arrow here, and then what you'll do, depending on what you have in the list, you're going to be looking for chart number 27, okay, which is the 1500 tick. So once we have that selected, okay, you're going to go over to the right hand side and next to it, and you want to select the study to overlay. Okay, so in the list, now what this list will show everything that's available within the 1500 chart window, okay, under that studies. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to highlight, okay, the PTG ATR stop ID. In this case, it's ID 6. It may be a different ID on your platform, but ID 6. And again, what this ATR ID 6 is, it's the ATR line within the context of the 1500 tick chart based upon the 1500 tick data. Okay, so once you have that selected, all right, now the next thing you want to do is make sure that it's overlaid on the proper chart region. So the proper chart region here is chart region 1. So before we move off this page, go over to the left hand side here and make sure that chart number 1 or chart region number 1 is selected. Okay, and then you'll see other fields here. Use colors from source study. So in other words, you want to pull the colors off that you've created in the source study from the 1500 tick. You can leave that yes. Data copy mode, just leave us. There's nothing really else that you need to make adjustments on here. You can just leave the default settings as they stand. Okay, if you wanted to change the style or widths from the source study, okay, you would then come down here and select yes, and then you would do some manual changes, but we don't have to do that. So this is really all you have to do, okay, and then once you've selected it this way, just click OK, all right, and then click OK again, and then what will happen is we'll overlay, okay, on the 750 tick chart, the 1500 ATR line. Okay, now let's just do that one more time with the 4500 so we make sure we have the steps and procedure down. Alright, so in order to import the ATR line, and that's both bull and bear, okay, from the 4500 tick chart overlaid on the 750 tick chart, again, what we'll do on the 750 tick, and again, we're going to make sure that we have a 4500 chart within the platform, okay, pulling that off the website. And then when you want to right click and just go to studies, Okay, and when we open up the studies window, all right, we want to, on the left-hand side, again, not a custom study, but a standard Sierra chart study, scroll down till we find price or study price overlay. Okay, add that to the list. And then once it's added to the list, you want to go into the settings feature. So again, since I have already have it done, I'll just highlight what I have in terms of the settings. Okay, once we're in the settings and inputs, all right, first thing that you may want to do is make sure that the chart region is number 1. Okay, so it may have already pre-selected a different chart region. Make sure it's chart number 1. And then once we've done that, on the input value, you want to find study to overlay. Okay, highlight that line, and then you're going to look for the chart number that you have on your platform. My platform here is 16, chart number 16. You may have a different number. Most likely you will have a different number. So make sure you drop down on the list, find that chart, 4,500 trades, which means ticks, chart number 16. Put that on there. Once you have that in that box, on the right hand side, you're going to drop down and find the PTG ATR stop. All right, and this, again, this is pulling it off the 4,500. All right, and it'll have an ID number. So this ID is 18. It may be different on your system. Okay, and then once that's imported again into that box, all right, again, you don't really need to adjust any settings here. You can leave them as is. And then once you've done that, make sure you have chart region 1. All right, once you've done that, click OK, and click OK again, and lo and behold, it will be import onto your 750 tick chart. Okay, so this is a very simple way. You can overlay multiple indicators. For instance, you can pull in a trender, all right, from a different chart style. Okay, you can do multiple overlays on a chart of different time frames and tick sizes. Okay, so this is a very nice way of being able to look at the ATR lines that are what we refer to as our structure lines, okay, from the larger tick size or time frame. All right, so the base ATR line is going to be based upon the 750 ticks, so that would just be the normal ATR line based upon the 750. The blue line here is pulling it off the broadcast chart, which is the 1500 chart, all right, and the 750 tick becomes the receiving chart, all right, and it's exactly the same values, all right, and then what we did here once again is review, pull the 4500 ATR line and overlaid it on the 750. So this way you're able to essentially view the 750 tick chart, okay, and you're able to see where their breaks are, okay. In other words, the ATR breaks. So in this example, so you can see the yellow line here. This is the bare ATR based upon the 750, okay, and then you can see that it also shifted the 4500 tick ATR line. The 1500 tick was already in bull mode, okay, at that point. So now you have 3 degrees of trend or structure. The short term 750, the intermediate term 1500, and the larger term 4500, all tick charts, all right, are all in agreement. So now it's just a matter of staying in alignment. There was a temporary break here on the 750, okay, but notice the 1500 didn't break. It was still bullish formation, and the 4500 didn't break. That was bullish formation. So once the 750 ATR shifted back to bull formation right around here, okay, then it was just a matter of looking to buy a pullback, and then this discount here at 1890 quarter was in alignment on all 3 degrees of trend, short term, intermediate, and long term. And as you can see what happened the remainder of the session on this particular day. Okay, so this is a little video tip to show you how to use the price study overlay as it relates to the ATR. It works the exact same way if you were to choose any other type of study, okay, to bring in from another chart onto a receiving chart, such as a 750 or any other chart for that matter. Okay, I hope this video tip helps, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, and wishing you good trading.